Some more about Swindon Town Football Club. Some of my memories. I was there for about 4 years. Cost me a lot of money to subsidise the very low salary I was earning, and end up in disaster for me and family. That's life. Anyway, I remember somebody called Vince Chedy and Howie. There were two. I say that now because at the time I was 36 to 40, and now I'm much older than they were. But they were retired elderly scouts, and they'd come and get their expenses off me, and I'd check what things they did. They're very good. Also used to come into my office sometimes was Wilf Castle. Interesting man. He didn't say he was Swindonian because he said, no, I'm not Swindonian. He said, I was born in Gloucester, 1899. He said, well, I've moved here, I think, when he was about 1. And he was from Castle's Bakery on, I think it's Market Street. I think so. By the market, anyway. I think he had 5 shops. And I think he said to me, because I've had a chat with him a number of times in my office, that he paid £250 for his first property. Well-known man, Wilf Castle. He used to be the president or chairman many years ago. But as happens with lots of people as they get older, whether they're presidents or prime ministers or film stars, the limelight that they might have received at a certain time, and it's wrong to say respect. Respect is still there, it should be. But they lose that position. They're not on centre stage anymore. So Wilf Castle was likewise. I was a busy man doing my job, and all around me were people doing their job. And he's coming there for a chat, as it happens with people that have kind of left the business. And sometimes people don't want to have time to speak to him. But I always did. And another person I found interesting to talk to, I'll tell you his name in a minute, but when I first got into Swindon, when I was nearly 13, I had a cousin who was very, very, very keen on football. And I think he played for Swindon Boys. And at that time, I'm going to sing it now, Bert Head was the manager at the time of Swindon. I think a successful manager. And in more recent years, I saw a film called 6 Days to Saturday, I think it's called that. Anyway, I'll put a link to it. It tells a good story about Bert Head, driving a big Zodiac car, I think he had, a nice house. And it shows him in his position when he was a younger man with authority. I didn't know him like that. Still a nice man, not a dithering idiot, nothing like that. He's a perfectly okay man, but just not centre stage. But he came to my office, and I have chats with Bert Head. I'll sort of give 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, but I always gave time to people. Always did. So yes, Bert Head was a character my cousin knew him well from Swindon boys, schoolboys. I remember showing my cousin around the football ground once. He was already impressed. He wasn't so impressed when I got arrested. I don't blame him for that. Who would be? And who else? I remember another person, Kenny Allen. Because I saw a little discussion of, I used to call Nicky Hammond, they're called Nick Hammond now, on a Swindon Town supporters video, talking chat show. I saw most of it yesterday. And I used to remember those bad days at Swindon. I remember Nicky well. I'm going to see one of them at Dave Bamber. But Nicky mentioned the Hostel, where lots of the fellow first team players used to lodge. And I remember Kenny Allen, I think was the name. Long hair, big hands. But I've seen him cry in my office. Anyway, he used to look after the Hostel. But I heard rumours that he was quite an intimidating character. But he's good, I think. I think he went to a Torquay afterwards. And then somebody took over from the Hostel. It was a retired paratrooper and his wife. I don't remember their names. But I do recall that they used to walk past my office quite quickly. And I was told by somebody that they're afraid. I'm afraid people get like that. They see a title, they see an office, they see a red and green light outside it. I never use that. But people have this image, and I don't blame them. You look at the way we treat judges. Stand up, sit down. It's so childish. Wearing ridiculous robes and wigs. People are just people. We only have a short life over here and then we're gone. Why we have all this crazy ceremony, I don't understand it at all. So that was Kenny Allen, goalie. I think I might have mentioned before Ernie Hunt. Yeah, I did mention Ernie Hunt. Yeah, I mentioned that before. Yeah, I just know a lot of players. You can easily find out from the team from 1919. That's how I worked with them for a number of years. Like young Tom Jones from Derby County came to bit Ross McLaren. I didn't see much football, but I used to see him playing football now and again. He had no fear. He's like a man with absolutely no fear, just jumping there by the goal area, and legs and feet going everywhere. Fearful man. So that's all my stories I got for that. So goodbye.